They play the Roosters and the Panthers in the next 2 weeks. They play Penrith at Magic Round, Roosters next week. And they're sitting on a record of 3-4-1 this year with a draw. They have to win today. And the Knights will not be easy based on what they produced last weekend. Steve Roach, my co-commentator, a lot to look forward to here.
Yeah, good afternoon, Andrew, and Eloise on the sideline there. Look, I'm a big fan of the Warriors' style, especially the way he played last year. But I'm waiting for him to explode. I haven't seen it. They've got to recapture that form. And I expect it to be here this afternoon against the Knights side. Well, they got a win last week, but it wasn't really convincing. When they are convincing in a big crowd on their home ground, if they're fair dinkum today, they should put it right to the Warriors.
So Warriors out first, yes. Knights adapted to life without Kalen Ponga last week. Young David Armstrong at fullback, fantastic. These two sides have played this year already. Back in round 4, Warriors winning in Auckland 20 points to 12. They played in the semi-finals last year, a big win to the Warriors. Tohu Harris takes them out on a Sunday afternoon that's a little damp in Newcastle.
Yeah, so much to like about this Warriors side. Sean Johnson, he's the linchpin. I mean, they've got some wonderful players in their side, but if he's on, got wonderful options with his kicking game. Already scored 4 tries this year, the show and go. Plenty of pace. And he's the man to lead the Warriors here this afternoon if they are to get back into a bit of form.
The fans at the moment with umbrellas up, ponchos smothering many of the fans, getting ready. There you go, the hardy Newcastle supporters. There's the equivalent across the league, but there's none better. They are fantastic. They've had some tough years. Last year's run to the finals was fantastic. But now trying to recapture that form. Out they will come. It'll be a good reception for them. Back at home. They've won 2 of 4 at home this season, the Newcastle Knights.
Geez, it was a big addition, Dane Gagai, into their side. They needed a leader. They got away with that game last week. But the big number 1 at the back, David Armstrong, he's the man to watch. Gee, I like the way he attacked the football last week. Ran for 187 metres. Not easy coming in and taking the place of Kalen Ponga. But I love the way this bloke attacks the ball, always on the ball. He's into his second game here. Let's see what he can produce.
They went, yes, from gun to Indy. David Armstrong, 12 tackle busts in your first game. Fantastic effort. Plenty of flames as the Knights came out. We are ready. Set the stage for a good one. Dragons and Sharks later. Your Sunday afternoon action is underway on Fox League. And the Warriors with first use of the ball, and a former Knight in Barnett with the first carry. Brayley Hastings, Saifidi, and Egan was up quickly on him. Again, goal line defence to be tested, Warriors. Hastings attacking the left, and all good as far as the first contact is concerned for the Warriors. Wrapping up Pierce Paul. Brayley with a little bit of ruck play there. Maju Engling back in. Barnett and Ford, the defenders, last tackle. Hastings wants it. He'll provide the kick. No, he won't. Yes, he will. Puts it through. Nickel Cookstard's there. Lost it. Gamble comes through and salutes. Charles Nickel Cookstar had I guess you could call it a messy moment. The post is there, the padding, the slippery conditions.
Well, I thought he read it beautifully there. He got across there. He covered the ground. He was in perfect position. But just the bounce of the football, Gamble just backs up in the middle there from the kick from Hastings. I thought he was going to clean it up quite comfortably here, Cookstar. Comes off his hand. And he's right on the spot. They've had a lot of football, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. They've made him pay through a kick. Cookstar just muffs it up at the back.
There's no doubt about the put down or any of it. He's almost nutmegged himself, hasn't he? Charles Nickel Cookstar with a touch. It's gone back through his legs. He's played a lot of footy. Dane Gagai, 275th game. He's never really been seen as a first choice kicker. It's just the 28th attempt in that career to follow up the first try. Gamble the bomb on the last. Chasing hard. Chuala, Gagai, Lucas. Lost by Montoya. It's a gift. We've seen a few of them. We saw it at 4 Pines Park on Friday night. You make the most of your chances. Lucas has gone over.
They're going to have a look at this.
The bunker will decide.
No try.
No try is the call.
Guy pushes Roger into the contest.
Okay.
Please confirm. They're going to check that.
Referee Butler has explained where his concerns are. So watch for Dane Gagai,
right
the number
kick
3.
chaser onside.
Bump into Tuivasa-Sheck.
Roger Tuivasa-Sheck is running back towards the ball, and Dane Gagai then pushes him. This is a penalty. Decision made.
He did well, Tuivasa-Sheck, to position himself there. What's he going to do? Can't get out of the way. He's going to push him out of the way, isn't he?
In terms of ball control, as now the kick. Hastings for Armstrong. Flying across is Nickel Gluckster. They've lost it again. The Warriors, with hands like Dolphins flippers. The ball is then kicked again. They're kick happy, the Newcastle Knights.
Kick on 0 tackle. Why would you kick there?
It's not a given. Dane Gagai makes sure of it. Well done. 8-0 scoreline. Knights over Warriors, 15 and a half gone. But not to the dressing room. If there is a positive, he's remained on the bench. Barnett back into the play. Doctor is with Kirk Capel on the sideline. Egan for Fanua Blake. A little bit of late footwork there. 11 metres from the line. Can they make the Knights pay for a few mistakes? Egan. Now Walker. She can straighten. And a good tackle from Elliott. In front of the post of the Knights. Egan. Johnson. Inside runner. Forward. Pierce Paul there with Brayley. That's the 4th. They go towards the post again. Walker stretches out. He's got it down. Dylan Walker right underneath the crossbar.
That's a good little bit of ball movement there. At the line, players in motion. Walker gets the try. He had plenty to do too when he got the ball in Walker. He just stretches over the top of him here. Should have tried to take him a little bit higher. Ball and all that close to the line. Anyway, Walker's good enough to score.
Johnson starting today with 1,191 points for the Warriors. In his career tally of 1-4-5-4. Sean Johnson, another 2, and now they're down by 2. The Warriors against the Knights. First game here on this Sunday on Fox League. Crossland to Hastings. He doesn't kick. He held it up, and from the other side of the field, Dane Gagai right centre. They lose the ball. He swept around to the left.
Saving tackles, you'll see. Gets himself in the position. Gagai looks like he's in for all money. Slips out of the Johnson tackle. Clockstar there right on the spot.
Last tackle, Warriors. Egan. Johnson will kick, looking for Dylan! Watani Zalesniak! A flying flow of beautiful locks through the sky here in Newcastle.
I believe Dylan drops it. Let's just confirm that there's no mid-air tackle.
Oh, okay. So referee Butler believes Watani Zalesniak loses it on the way down, but it would be a mid-air tackle if that's the case.
Right side kick chase is onside. Dallin takes clean possession.
Does he drop it on the way down here? A little bit of a bobble.
Greg Marju then tackles Dallin while in the air. This will be a penalty. However, we're playing on to see if advantage is played out.
Oh, yeah.
He then knocks the ball on in the in goal. Decision made.
It's a penalty.
Well, straight away, people are probably saying, well, why not penalty try? Because if he's not tackled in the air and he's in the in goal, does he score the try? You could probably put a logical argument and say, yeah, he probably would. But it won't be penalty try. It will be penalty.
Penalty.
It's a dive on it. And the Knights hang on going to the break. Well, far from perfect, but very, very tense. Half time. Newcastle 8, the Warriors 6. Michael Ennis described it as the Warriors' worst half of the year. It's hard to argue, and yet they're down by 2. They get us underway. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. And it came up a bit dusty after the kick. He's hurt his right leg. Passes shortened up in the wet conditions. Walker, Johnson coming Dallin's way. Buried. Oh, Tasney Wateni Zalesniak, he's done it again.
He's a freak.
He's done it again.
Wow.
Does he ever score a conventional try? Does he ever catch and run and put it down?
Well, it looks like he's gone for all money here.
And then they defend 3 on 2.
Hang on, what are they doing there? They're going to have a
Checking
look.
obstruction as well.
Well, it's Ford that runs that line. Does he just run straight through the line? Well, Hastings has put his arms around him. I think that's play on. You can't. He's tackled the bloke without the ball, you could say. You watch Hastings here. Ford's running into the space to try and run
Ford
through.
runs
Look,
at the chest of Jackson Hastings.
he's put his arms around him. Hasn't
And
got the
creates
ball.
a disadvantage. Decision made.
Decision made.
Honestly, what do you think?
Well, he sold it. That's what we train our modern day player to do.
But he's put his arms around him to make a tackle. Hasn't got the football. Anyway, time.
There's Barnett. Off Harris. Warriors 20 away. Tackle without the ball. Warriors, well, they'll probably kick for 8 all. It is now torrential. It is dark here. Louise is looking for a torch on the sideline. Johnson's kick. And he's got it for 8 all. A lot of time to go. 18, in fact. But maybe it's a case of next scorer wins. The kick. Well fielded. Gagai with it for the Knights. So more defence for the Warriors. Overall in the game, it's been 50-50 the possession rate. Knights completion rate just a little better than their opponents. Thompson. Now Crossland in the position he excelled in the run last year. Certainly a breakout season for Phoenix Crossland, and it was playing as a dummy half. Here he is for Hastings. And Lucas, or is it Cartwright? It's Cartwright battered down the tackle over the top by Nickel Klukstar. This time Hastings, it opens up, Saifidi through the gap. They just fell off the tackle, and the big fella, Saifidi, maybe the biggest out there, plunges over to score.
And Saifidi scores the try. There's the Harvey Norman replay.
In these conditions. Just under 16 remaining. Dane Gagai got to kick it first. Here he is. Dane does the job. Well done. The stand-in kicker. Warriors, Johnson, kick. Looking, it's way too long. Way too long. Taken dead. The was a Wallace and winless in the last month. The Knights have got it back to back.